been looking for like some bourbon that maybe won't break the bank, got a list for you.
These are 5 bourbons that you can find on the shelf every day that are less than $50.
Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we're going to talk about some...
What are we going to talk about, Dave?
We're going to talk about some bourbons that are a good price and you don't want to pass on them.
I think you had like you skipped a little section there in your brain, didn't you?
I probably did.
Yeah, some wires and
probably didn't.
Little mini stroke.
Yeah.
So today we are going to talk about 5 bourbons that are fairly cheap that you can find on the shelf.
I mean, that's basically what I said.
They're not going to break the bank. They're definitely, some would even argue that they're deals and that they're underpriced.
Yeah.
Others might not.
Yeah.
But before we start, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notifications button. And please put down in the comments below if we missed anything or we should talk about something else. Also, one other thing I want to add to this. We're not talking about a whole lot of like mainstay kind of bottles that get talked about a lot, like when it comes to cheap bottles, like Wild Turkey 101, for example.
Yeah.
And all these are going to be below 50. Most of them are much cheaper than that. So
yeah.
Anyways, first one, Barrel Foundation. Now, I'm going to be real honest with you. I did not love this first time I tried it.
I feel like I think I'm the same boat. I think I didn't love it the first time I tried it, but the more I drank on it, the more I actually enjoyed it.
But I've came around to it a little bit from taking a nip here and a sip there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To where I'm like, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Just need a smidge of airtime with it. But I think this is like, we were looking up online where I could buy stuff. I think I could buy this like $42.
$42.
So overall, and that's been getting shipped to my house. So,
and this is to leave. And honestly, like thinking about Barrel, like this is a good entry into Barrel because everything else kind of steps up in price from there. Yeah. So this will kind of let you know whether it's your jam or not your jam.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, good stuff. Yeah.
Next one, very much a favorite of mine. Smoke Wagon Small Batch. Honestly, I forget about this bourbon all the time, and then I'm looking around my shelf and I see it and I'm like, oh, I'm going to pull you out. Yeah. Because this thing is just such an easy sipper.
It really is.
It's really good, solid through and through. It's always typically like, it's something that's always reliable.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And again, I think I was able to find them from between like 48 and 50.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the most expensive one on the
list.
It's
on the top end of the list, but
it's still really good.
Yeah.
And not a lot. Everybody goes to the uncut, unfiltered. I get it. I think this should not be frowned about.
No, I like this just kind of in general by itself, but also, again, this is one of them that I like it in like a cocktail for myself too. So
that's not a bad idea. Yeah. At 100 proof, that's not terrible.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, next one. Jack Daniel's Triple Mash. Now, before everybody starts ranting and raving, before we say the price, this is a 700 milliliter, just to be clear. Because everybody sees the big like half gallons now. And what was the price that we looked this up on? It was like 30 something?
It's like 33, 34 bucks.
So
like
we looked that up. Now you could buy like the half gallon ones that are closer to like 45, 50 something.
But still a good price.
Yeah, still not terrible.
Yeah.
We always talk about the Jack Daniel's Blinded.
Yeah.
Love that one. This is also really good too.
I actually enjoyed this one a whole lot. It was really close. I mean, 2 years ago when we did the reviews of these, or 3 years ago now, I can't even remember, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
These were really close to me, and I do enjoy this one a whole lot. I have this on my bar because I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. To me, this comes off so much more fruit forward, where the other one comes off a little bit more caramel, vanilla, a little bit more traditional bourbon.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But it's really good. And I think for a while, most people liked that one, and then everybody went over to the Bonded.
Yeah.
From what it sounds like on YouTube and Instagram and all that fun stuff.
All those internet places.
All those social media sites.
Yeah.
All right, next one. This is Vario Barton. This one, I'll be honest with you, we did a blind
And it did really well.
And it did really well.
And since it did really well, I went out and bought one myself.
Got to show respect.
Yeah.
All right, you show up, you play. You didn't win, but you had a heck... Like, this is like a 14, 15 seed?
Yes.
That came out of nowhere, made it to like the Elite Eight?
Yeah, for sure.
Very respectable run.
St. Peters.
I'm going to fire you right now.
It is what it is.
I don't want to
at the expense of University of Kentucky, but this is the St. Peters of bourbon.
I hate this thing now. Next one.
I'm
kidding. Barrow Barton's really good.
We're on to bigger and brighter things.
Next one, and this is actually going to be the last one on this list. Yeah. This is going to be the Evan Williams Black Label. Now, we have traditionally, very much so, ranted and raved about the white label, Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. I am really reevaluating everything because it just gets smoked in every single blind.
Every blind, it gets smoked.
It's either last or bottom 3.
It really is, and I don't understand it because, like, when you drink it by itself,
it's good.
It's good, but once you start pitting it against other things, it just like
gets crushed. It literally gets crushed. This though is phenomenal.
Yeah,
because you can. This is like $16. And you can do anything from mixing it, cocktails, to just pouring it with some Coke, drinking it neat. And it hits all of those points. And I think this is 86 proof. Yes, 86 proof.
Yeah.
And this doesn't drink like 86 proof. It drinks actually a little bit warmer to me.
But in a good way. Like,
yes.
Not in like some,
no, like it punches up in proof.
I think it does too. I agree with that. I always enjoy this. Again, it's not one that is always your go-to. It's not one that you're always going to be like, oh, I got to go have this. But this should be a staple on your bar because when you are just like, I don't want to put something really good in my in my mixed drink or whatever. This is just a really solid, and you don't feel bad about mixing it as well. So
that's fair.
And it gives you a little more punch in your cocktail.
All right, so that's our list. So let us know what we got right, what we got wrong, and again, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notifications button.
Yep. Until next time.
We'll see you.
We'll see you.